Billy and Zac meet the dinosaurs, relaxation. Let's get settled now for this particular installment of Billy and Zac stories. Find a comfortable position and letting your eyes close if they would like to. You don't have to close your eyes to enjoy the story, but it might even make your imagination come even more alive. So get comfortable, take in a breath, and let us begin. Once upon a time, a boy named Billy lived with his pet cat, Zac. Billy was about your age, about your height, and liked many of the same things you do. Eating ice cream, staying up late, visiting candy stores. And just like you, sometimes he had good days, and sometimes he had bad days. And his friend Zac was there for all of them. Oftentimes, Zac was a well-behaved little cat. But sometimes, he and Billy got into all sorts of mischief. This story is another one of their adventures. One day, Billy comes home from school, only to find that Billy's mother's book club is meeting. Billy and Zac hate book club days. These days are boring for the two friends. A bunch of adults sit in the living room and talk about a book Billy hasn't read, all while eating the kinds of cookies he doesn't like. Billy can't play loud games, he can't run up and down the stairs, and he can't ask his mother questions. One of the book club ladies smells funny. Another one likes to pinch his cheeks and say how cute he is. Billy's mother doesn't like him or Zac interrupting her meeting, and so the only thing Billy and Zac can do is play quietly in Billy's room. Billy and Zac don't like this at all. Outside, it is a bright, sunny day, and all the children in the neighborhood are yelling and laughing. Billy and Zac sit on Billy's bed, staring out the window and hoping that Mum's friends leave soon. After several minutes of just sitting around, feeling cranky, Zac gets bored and leaps off the comforter to the floor below. He stalks out of the room and into the hall, tail twitching irritably. A few moments later, Billy hears a meow. "Come here," Zac seems to be saying. "I think I've found something." And so, Billy gets up and goes out into the hall. Zac is right. He has found something. The little white door that leads to the attic is open. Usually, Billy's parents keep the door tightly closed and fastened with a little silver padlock. But it seems that in the rush of getting ready for the book club guests, it has been forgotten. Behind the white door lies a whole new domain, a room of boxes and bins that Billy and Zac have never properly explored. "I think we should go up there," Billy says. Zac meows in agreement. And so, the two friends push the door a little wider, jumping a little when it makes a soft, squeaking noise. They tiptoe up the stairs, their feet creaking against the bare wooden floor. At the top of the staircase, Billy finds a large flashlight and flips the switch. A beam of bright yellow light shines onto the floor, illuminating the corner of a stack of cardboard boxes. "Wow," Billy says. It's like a jungle up here." And he and Zac set off through the maze of boxes, bags, and tubs, shining the flashlight across dusty ice skates and Christmas decorations. Zac's eyes are bright and reflective in the dim light, and Billy is glad to have a friend who can see well in the dark. The attic isn't scary, but just the same, he doesn't want to get lost. The attic seems to go on forever, and it's hard for the two friends to tell how much time they've spent wandering through the corridors of old belongings. Billy stops to examine an old painting of a sailboat, and Zac continues on ahead. After a moment, Billy hears Zac meowing again and goes to see what his friend has found. It is an enormous box-shaped thing, painted silver and topped with a line of coloured bulbs. "Wow," whispers Billy. "What do you think it is?" He shines the beam of flashlight up and down and all around, trying to get a better idea of what this strange object could be. Zac leaps up on a stack of boxes and sniffs the edge of the box. He meows again, pointing to the side of the box that is blocked by a large, dusty lamp. Billy sets down the flashlight in order to pull the lamp out of the way, and when it is moved, he sees what Zac has discovered: a door set right into the side of the box. "Should we go inside?" he whispers. Zac looks at him for a moment, then pushes the door open and leaps inside. Billy has no choice but to follow. Inside, a cloud of dust lies over a stack of diagrams, calculator, and array of coloured buttons. "What do you think this thing is for?" asks Billy, looking closer at one particularly complicated drawing. Zac seems to shrug, then leaps up onto the panel of buttons. He looks at them for a moment, his whiskers twitching, then gives a big green button a curious lick. As he does this, the entire box seems to come alive. Hidden lights flicker to life, the door clicks shut, and a friendly voice begins to count down. "Please stand by as we prepare for launch," it says. "Launch commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff." Invisible engines shudder to life, the box whirring and chirping as it begins to move. Zac leaps off the control panel to wrap himself around Billy's legs, curious and excited. Where are they off to? After a few minutes, the sounds of the machinery fade away and the box stands still. "We have landed," the voice announces. "Welcome to your destination." With a click, the door unlocks and swings open a little, letting in a beam of bright sunlight and the smell of tropical flowers. Zac disentangles himself from Billy's legs and approaches the door. Billy isn't too far behind him. Outside, the air is hot, the sun high overhead, and the sky blue and cloudless. It feels sticky and humid, and the air buzzes with honeybees. Billy and Zac are standing at the top of a dusty hill, looking down into a green, plant-filled valley. A little river runs through the middle of it, and on the other side of the river stands a jungle with palm trees and vines, making the ground look dark and wet. Somewhere in the jungle, a bird squawks. "I don't think we're in the attic anymore," says Billy. Zac nods in agreement. But where have the two friends ended up? They look around for a little while, craning their necks to see if they can see any sign of houses or a town. As Billy looks around, he feels something tugging at the bottom of his jeans. He looks down, expecting to see Zac, but instead, a different creature is there. He is small, dusty brown, and covered in scales. "Zac," whispers Billy, "I think we've found a baby dinosaur." And sure enough, they have. The dinosaur is tiny, even smaller than Zac, and he makes sad little squawking noises. Billy sits down to pet him, and the dinosaur crawls into his lap, snuggling his tiny head against Billy's knee. "Are you lost, little guy?" says Billy, and it seems almost as if the dino nods. "We'll take care of you," says Billy. "We are from the future. I think that box in the attic must have been a time machine." The baby dino squawks again. "Are you hungry?" Billy asks, digging in his pocket for a little package of crackers left over from his school lunch. The bright packaging looks out of place against the prehistoric landscape, but the dinosaur happily chomps the crackers just the same. Billy pets his back, and it sounds almost like the dinosaur is purring. But then, Billy and Zac hear an enormous crashing sound. It feels almost as if the earth is shaking under the feet. And then, two enormous dinosaurs come into view. They look just like the baby dino, only bigger, so big in fact, that Billy thinks they might even be larger than his house. And they don't look too excited to see Billy holding onto their baby. But Zac runs in between the two incoming dinosaurs, and Billy makes a big hissing noise. The two big dinos stop in their tracks, fascinated. "We're friendly," says Billy. "We only gave your baby a snack while we were waiting for you." At this, the two dinos smile. They are glad that their baby has made a new friend, and that Billy and Zac seem so friendly. They walk right up to Zac and give him a big lick, then do the same to Billy. The two friends are covered in dinosaur kisses. The baby snuffles around in the cracker wrapper, then gives Billy and Zac each another baby dinosaur kiss before running back to his mum and dad. The family is reunited, and everyone is happy to be together. And then Billy looks at his watch. "Oh no," he cries. "We have to hurry back, Zac. We'll be late for our dinner." And so the two friends bid goodbye to the dinosaur family. They race back to the time machine, push the green button, and tumble out into the dusty attic. The two friends run down the stairs, shut the door tightly, and hurry back to Billy's room, where they collapse on the bed. A moment later, there's a knock on the door. It's Billy's mother. "Billy, Zac, it's time for dinner," she says. "The book club is gone." She pauses a moment, looking over the two friends. "Wow, you're both all dusty. Have you been playing someplace new today?" Billy and Zac look at each other and smile. "Nope," says Billy. "Nowhere new at all."